All right. All right. All praise. He said you will just delete me. Truth seeking, just sit back and shut up, please. Anyway, so let's get started with this, y'all. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. This is gonna be great. It's about to get good. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Watch how I put this together. Watch how I put this together in the spirit and power of the Most High. Right now, remember, we've been said this years ago, everybody. Right? We've been said that there's a stratification within the authority of text in the Bible. What does that mean? Well, when Paul had an issue, you know what? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. You know, Hassan, get from me Acts 15 real quick. Get from me Acts 15 and start at verse 1.
This is Acts chapter 15.
We're going to show you guys the level of authority in the Bible. We're going to show you guys the level of authority in the Bible real quick, right? Get Acts 15 and 1.
Acts 15 and 1. And certain men which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, except you be circumcised after the manner of Moses, you cannot be saved.
Right. So there was an issue. Do you need to be circumcised to get salvation? Keep reading.
Verse 2. When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputation with them.
Right. Now look. Now Paul and Barnabas are getting into it with some of the Jews from Jerusalem. Some of the elders from the Jerusalem church. Right? And now, no, I don't think they were elders, but they were Jews from the Jerusalem church who believed. There's a problem. If Paul had authority over them or equal to them or equal to the 12 disciples, then he wouldn't have had to say, let's go down to Jerusalem so we can have a council and figure this out. Keep reading.
It says, and certain other of them should go up to Jerusalem unto the apostles and elders about this question.
Unto who?
Unto the apostles and elders about this question.
So if he had equal authority or even authority over the men who was challenging him, why did they need to go to the apostles and elders to figure out a decision on this matter? He even said, Paul even said, I'm of the, didn't he say I was of the least of the apostles?
The least of the apostles. Want me to grab that?
All right, Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, brothers, Christians, truth and sincerity all over the earth. And just gonna make this just real quick, real quick. Got two scriptures, and I'm trying to fully understand Mr. Deacon Destruction mode here. So, is he trying to say, from what I'm understanding, he's trying to say in this text right here in Acts between Paul and Barnabas, he's saying, now I'm gonna go into this, and if I'm wrong about anything, anybody can correct me or whatever the case may be. So he's trying to say that because Paul went to a higher council to get an answer about a question, he didn't have authority.
Grab that?
Yeah.
That he didn't have authority. So my question is, now, like I said, you can correct me if I say anything that's not correct. But from my understanding, if you go to a higher authority, that does not mean you don't have authority. You're just going to somebody else's authority that's higher to try to figure out what is going on. An example, let's say you're at work. Let's say you're a lead or you're a supervisor or you're in the manager. Okay. If a situation goes on and you're trying to figure it out and you don't know what to do in the situation, then obviously you're not going to, you might have authority to do something, but you're not going to just go do it even if you don't know. You see, because then some people that's a higher authority of you you might get in trouble or you might be going off because if you didn't know certain information, just because you have the authority to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. So if something goes wrong at work, let's say just for work, for example, something goes wrong at work. Let's say you're a team lead, and let's say you tell the workers for the day, okay, this is what you guys need to do this, but and then somebody bucks up, oh, no, we don't have to do this, da, 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 or no, you don't have to do it this way, you got to do it like this, and then you go to the next person that's above you, supervisor, manager, whatever the case may be, and then they come, you guys have a talk, and then you go back to relay the message with them or without them. Would that mean you don't have authority? Like that's the part that I'm kind of confused about, because are you just saying just because Paul went to the council about a situation he does not have authority? That doesn't make sense. And I watched a good hour of this. So after this, they just started playing a whole bunch of clips. They really wasn't going to the scriptures. I think they went to scripture a little bit after that. I don't know, but this is the point. This is the point of the video that I want to make. But that doesn't make sense, and the reason why I'm saying that doesn't make sense is because now the Most High, for an example, I'm trying to think. I'm understanding that he's trying to say that since Paul, he didn't put his foot down pretty much, and he didn't just say this was going to happen no matter what, if you guys listen or not. But the thing is, I don't know if you understand this, Mr. Deacon. If I'm understanding what you like, this whole video is just based off what I'm thinking that you're trying to say. So I could be wrong. Now, if that is the case, the Most High has complete and overall authority. So if Paul, you're going to see where I'm going with this. If Paul himself, if he wanted to say something, if he was the head of his churches or whatever the case may be, and people didn't want to listen, does that mean he does not have authority because they didn't want to listen to him? Because guess what? I don't know if you know this, but when the Most High was told Ezekiel that they're not going to listen to you because they didn't listen to me, the Most High has complete and utter authority. But do 2/3 of our people and do the wicked niggas listen to the Most High? No. But the Most High has complete and authority. These people want to do, they want to go to church, they want to eat pork, they want to do this, they want to worship Jesus, they want to bow, they want to do this, they want to celebrate Christmas, their birthdays, holidays, doing all these other things. The Most High has complete over authority, but they don't even listen to the Most High. And that's why the Most High told Ezekiel, he said, Ezekiel, you make your head against their head, your forehead, heart against their forehead, your head against their head, whether they forbear, whether they forhear or forbear, you're supposed to speak the words. You're supposed to do what you're supposed to be doing. And the Most High has complete and utter authority. But they don't listen to the Most High. And the Most High told Ezekiel what? Because they did not hearken unto me, so they're not going to hearken unto you. So just because Paul went to a council of people that was above him, the elders and the stuff, let's say that he went to the council and to find out about the situation, does that mean he does not have authority? That doesn't make sense. I'm confused. So that's why I'm coming to this conclusion that just because he went to somebody that was above him, does that mean that he does not have authority? Because you don't understand, there is rankings, there is leadership. Do you see? Doesn't mean he didn't. And even if he was, the scripture that he put there, he said, "Oh, Paul he said that he was the least apostle." Does that mean he still doesn't have authority though? And then my next question is, what was the when he goes into the hat thing, the head covering, because they say you don't know what you guys talking about or understand the context of what's going on. When he's mentioning the head covering, why did he mention it then? What was the purpose of it? Did he mention it so you can go pray and prophesy with your head covered? You see, you don't understand when the Spirit comes on you. The Spirit comes on men to say things. And just like the Spirit was on men to write stuff down in the scriptures, that's what goes on. So why would the Most High put something in the scriptures that's not meant? Or we would read it. Like this is like, for example, when you come to the law, when it comes to the law, the Most High put, you're not supposed to eat it. But then in the script, the Christians think, the Most High put, you're not supposed to eat pork here. But then when Shah came on the scene, they say Jesus came on the scene. Guess what we do? He pray over, and then it's clean. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. But let's get this. It's gonna be real short. This is what I'm understanding because it doesn't make sense. Ezekiel's commission. Let's get down to the point. Give me 1 second. I have to find it. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Here it is. I passed it. Okay, Ezekiel 3 and verse 6. It says, not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou cannot understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee. The house of Israel is not going to hearken unto thee. This is before that time. You see? But for the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and their forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. And just like in the scriptures, when Yahushua went into the temple and he was flipping tables and doing other stuff, because what was they doing? Let's go to it. Yahushua had authority, and they didn't listen to him. Because if they would have listened, they would have been doing this. Let's get this in NLT first. Like this is the part that I'm confused about. Just because somebody went to a higher council does not mean that person that went to the higher council does not have authority. Matthew 21 and verse 12. Yahushua entered into the temple and began to drive out all the people, buying and selling animals for sacrifice. Because what did Israel do back in the day? And Israel knew what they were doing, but they didn't even listen to the Savior, man. If Israel's not gonna listen to the Most High, they're not gonna listen to His Son, and they're not gonna listen to the prophets, the servants of prophets. They're not gonna listen to them. Israel has a rap sheet of not listening. That's what got us in this position to begin with. Do you not understand that? This is what got us here to begin with. Israel, time and time again, not listening. You see? So just because you went to the council, you don't got authority. Come on, man. Seriously? Oh, but back to the point I was making, because what did Israel do? I completely forgot the point that I was ready to make. What did Israel do? Because Israel, at a point in time, they would buy animals ahead of time. They would buy animal sacrifices ahead of time because they knew they was going to go commit sin. So what did they do? They bought the animals. And then they went to go commit the sin on purpose. And then they used to sacrifice the animal to cover their sins. That's what they used to do. That's what Israel used to do. And they knew they was going off when they was doing it. But guess what? They still did it. You see? And they knew they wasn't supposed to do it. So is that lack of authority because they didn't stop what they were supposed to be doing? You see? And he knocked over the tables of the money changers of the chairs of those selling doves. He said to them, hold on. Oh man, because I don't get it. He said to them, who is the he? It's in red letter, Yahushua. The scriptures declare my temple will be called a house of prayer, but you have turned it into the den of thieves. The blind and the lame came in. The blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And that's the point. That's the point. I can read in KJV now, and then we're gonna close out. It says, Matthew 21 and verse 12, and Yahushua went into the temple of the Most High and cast out all of them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold the doves. And he said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. Now, the only thing, like I said, I can be corrected about anything that I'm saying, but from what I'm understanding, you're trying to say that Paul does not have authority in this particular, throughout his epistles and his situations that he's been through. He does not have authority because, particularly of this situation where he went to a higher council. But, however, the Most High has authority, but the people didn't listen. Israel does not listen. You see? So I don't understand. I don't understand the point that you really were trying to make. Look, man, at the end of the day, y'all self-willed and y'all want to do what y'all want to do. That's just what it is. Y'all want to wear y'all hats. Y'all want to do this. Y'all want to sell. Y'all want to sell y'all hats and y'all merchandise and your onesies and your what else y'all got? Your Dagger Gang shirts, your Dagger Gang shirts, and your every your apparel. Y'all want to do that. Because even in the video, in the middle of them talking, they would try to plug the website. They go shop at the Hebrew. And then, bro, and then on top of that, y'all are overpricing the stuff. How you gonna, you already making merchandise of the truth. But then here it is, now you overpricing everything. Damn water bottles is $60-some, $50. Come on, man. You just know y'all carnal. And then y'all selling shirts with dagger gangs. Then you got guns at camp. Why do you have guns at camp? Shotguns and ARs. Y'all just sitting there. People with skull masks and all type of stuff, man. Come on, man. These people, if anybody's following you, man, you bringing in. Man, the point is made. I don't want to make this too long, but like I said, I'd be corrected. I said anything that was wrong, open for correction. But from what he was making it seem like, that's what I got from it. So with that, I'm gonna close out. We give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kudash. Catch you guys in another lesson, Lord willing. Inshallah.